today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. Herbert back to the air. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a change of possession here on the punt. So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment. Now Edwards-Helaire. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he?
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 62 yards. 2nd and 5 now. Herbert.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football. Give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. His throw incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. This, the 2nd meeting between these 2 division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. And now, hold on here, we've got an injury. Well, that's Devontae Adams, the wide receiver down on the ground here. More from L.A. in a moment. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with it defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
If you did know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
They'll look to throw. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Herbert. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd down and 4. Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. 2nd down and 8. Now it's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Antonio Brown, T.Y. Hilton, and Super Bowl 53 MVP, Julian Edelman.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Now the ball comes loose and picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away.
There he goes right side. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Second down and goal. Herbert. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now Herbert, third and goal. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Dalton Schultz, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
From the 6.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game.
This is caught inside the 15. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now here's Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Demarcus Robinson as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs have tied it and they can take the lead with the extra point.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Shavarius Ward in on the tackle.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And they're going deep for Hill. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Play action. It's Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. Give him 2 on the run. They need a lot more than that coming up here on third down. Here's Herbert. It's complete to Williams.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Mahomes flushed out right. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, You don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Herbert now. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. A first down and more for Edwards-Helaire. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Mahomes will throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 2-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they've got 2 for 2.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
A gain of 6 there on first. 2nd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They'll look to throw again.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
And he is going to have the first down here, but hold on. There's a flag on the field, and I think someone got held.
Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. He's airing it out for Williams.
And there's Williams. What a catch.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Mike Williams.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Chargers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Herbert.
And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge, huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
Taken in at the 3.
Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And they'll get him down right about the 20. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On the give, this is Eckler. He's to the 10. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage. That's where we are.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by 7. Less than 90 seconds to go. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger.
Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6.
I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line.
After reviewing the play, the rule on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They will try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. One final try for Mahomes. And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock, and an extra point will send us to OT.
Brandon, we've seen this many times before. They've got the momentum. They just scored. Go for 2 and end this thing now.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. It only affects the final score as it was the touchdown on the last play that had already sealed the deal, but it's 2 points nonetheless. So let's recap. How about the guts in this one? You score on the final play. Thought they were just going to try the PAT and tie it, send it to overtime. Charles, they went for 2, and they won it right there.
Well, the book, right? You know the book that everyone plays by, right?
Yep.
That mythical book says, kick it, get to overtime, you're covered. If you don't, you go for 2 and you don't get it, your job could be in jeopardy. But sometimes people just